Yeah, it was really weird. So she was like something about peanut butter, and then like there's oh, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Glad to see all y'all.
Hey.
As you can notice, we're a little short staffed tonight. Mister Breeze Tones, he's off doing his own thing. Apparently, he started doing this weird thing where he likes to wear dresses, and then isn't a part of this anymore. And now he's like created a whole different thing. So I guess you guys won't see him anymore. No. Anyways, no, we're just joking. He actually.
Just saying it, could you?
I couldn't hold it. Bree Stones is actually out for the night. He had some surgery done on his mouth and stuff. So he sounds like all this new hip hop that's going around tonight.
Yep.
But anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. We got Mr. Legion. I think he's on that side.
One side, the other side, either way. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
He's down for both sides. Yeah. And anyways.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Depends how much you're paying.
What's a quid? How much is that? What's up, Jingles?
Don't quit, you cheapskate. You're worth more than that.
I don't know, man. I don't speak French. I don't know. So, anyways, let's go ahead and I'll say hi to everyone in the chat. Then we'll hit the buffet. So it looks like we got some. Yeah, we got some people that have been hanging out for a minute. Mr. T Getz, David Wall says he'll catch the replay. We'll see you on that one. Mr. Steven Sard, and then Labworks as always being a butthole. And then let's see, scroll on through here. We got Jangles. Jangles already said hi to him. And then Shoestring Tom, greetings from Ireland. Welcome to the shit show. Well, it's Monday. It's not a shit show, but yeah.
This Monday is kind of a shit show. We've got no guests. We're down to 2 hosts. There's no politics to talk about per se. Nothing that I've been following in the news. You've been shitting out your ass all weekend. I've been throwing up all weekend. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a shit show. That's okay. We're here. We're going to have some fun. And we'll get through. We will survive.
Yeah, like last time it was just me and Legion. We talked about losing our butthole virginities. And now, we'll figure out what to talk to you guys about this week. Dennis Michael. Welcome, bro. And then British Eyes Only. What's up, man? If you guys don't know, British Eyes... Huh? Go ahead.
So I was saying for British Eyes Only, which is a mouthful of name, but it's nice to have you here. Nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. I don't know if you guys see him on Instagram. Check him out. He does some really bitchin' shit with wire.
He does indeed.
Yeah.
He puts our Adam to shame.
Yeah.
We can say that because Adam's not here today.
Yeah, Breeze Tone too, and his jaw's broken. So what are you gonna do about it anyways? Want to get it broke again? Like, what's up, punk?
Don't be so vicious.
Yeah. And then
so I guess the normal course of things at this point would be to do some sort of buffet. And why don't we change things up for you? Why don't we start with Chris? Have you done anything different this week?
I actually did. And Legion, if you wouldn't mind turning up yourself just a little bit. A lot of bit.
How about that?
Does that sound good in the chat, guys? We'll find out in a second. But yeah, I am doing something different. I mean, I did do it, what was it? I think on Friday. Anyways, last Friday show I did. I got a new RDA, the Dang, and I am rocking the Dang with Anarchist Pink, but some breezies. I can't pull this thing off. It's fucking tough. Anyways, got the Dang with some Breeze Tones coils in there. So, got that going. And then otherwise Anarchist Pink.
Just checking my audio. So is this any better?
It sounds good on my end. There you go.
Just pump it up just a little bit more. Give me 1 sec. Audio settings is there. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Anyway, let's jump to the table cam, and I'll give you my whoops, hit the right button there.
If you guys didn't notice last time that we had Legion on, he's got his whole setup now, so it looks like he's doing pro videos.
I love the setup I got going here. So this week I am vaping on this thing. This is the hell is this called? The Widowmaker RTA, which I just reviewed. Still using it. Really, really like it a lot. And in there, I've got a little bit of Turkish blend, because fuck, I love that juice. I just do. On top of that, I've been reviewing this week. This will be coming out tomorrow for review. This is the... Oh, man, I'm losing my names. What's this called again? This is this thing, anyway. And it's got some pink lemonade in there, because I really, really like the pink lemonade. Of course, this beast, still rocking this. I think I will never stop rocking this. I think this will be permanent rotation from now on. The Odin Glass V2 on top, and in there I have, what else? Duck's Nuts. On top of that, not much else going on except this little beast, which is a Mojo from Moti. It's a disposable all-in-one, no pod, can't pull anything out.
I've tried that one before. It's pretty good.
Can't even charge this thing. Well,
was it like 200 puffs?
I don't know. It's weird. It's menthol though. They gave me two. One's menthol and one's tobacco. I can't stand tobacco, so I didn't try that. Gave this one a try. And yeah, I'm just realizing I can't charge this. That's a little weird. Anyway, that's about it. That's all I'm vaping on this week, so let's go back up top.
Nice. I've tried the Mojo before. We got them at work.
Do you have any other flavors in them?
No, actually, all we picked up was the menthol. They only have two, I believe. At least from what I've seen.
Yeah. It's a bit disappointing because, I mean, it's a decent little device for a disposable, pocket-friendly thing. But I would have preferred, mango, custard, Turkish blend.
That's what, dude, I've always thought to myself, real quick shout out, Becky Buckwald's in the chat. I always thought, like, these, like, the bigger brands and stuff like that. And, why don't they, like, team up with these pods? And I know some companies have, but it's never been, like, good juice because it doesn't last long. But, like, and these devices get, like, your favorite brands into those. And I know everyone's like, oh, just buy a pod device and fill it up yourself. But I think it would be a cool thing to have, like, Anarchist Pink and, like, a quick little hitter, you know what I mean?
I've thought the same thing myself. Like, I never understood why, all these little companies that come up with their pre-filled pods don't partner with established existing juice lines that have a following. I mean, to do a Nick Salt blend of all the Anarchist line as pods for any of those pods would be it seems like a no-brainer. It just seems like a no-brainer to me.
Well, I know that one thing that is a big thing, especially here in the States. We have the the August thing, and then you can't technically make new products or new juice lines after that date. Like, it's illegal through the FDA and all that shit. So that's one thing that is probably stopping a lot of it. But then again, the international markets,
Well, not only that, I mean, one thing is that a lot of companies just aren't even paying attention to that. And the other thing is that it's not actually a new juice line. If you were to take Anarchist and formulate it at a different strength and stick it into a pod, it's still the same basic recipe as far as what's going. You've just increased the nicotine.
But even so, though, like with like your juices and stuff like that, it's a set thing. So like if you were to I'm learning about this stuff at work. I try to keep in the know. Our GM, she teaches me a lot of this stuff because she does all of our FDA stuff and submits and all that stuff. So you really can't, even like devices like mods and stuff like that. You see a lot of these new stuff coming out, and I'm not speaking for them because I don't know if the company did the application process. But a lot of the stuff that you see on the market, it's not actually legal. That's coming out new.
Most of the stuff coming in predates August 8th. In fact, I can't think of much. I mean, aside from juices, in terms of hardware, I can't think of much current products that are that old. Currently still being sold. I mean, the occasional mech mod, Kennedys, and things like that. But the more common stuff is it's all much more recent.
Yeah. So that's one thing that's probably holding a lot of companies back from doing stuff. But I mean. And especially right now with how scary it is in the industry, I can understand not wanting to invest a bunch of money into something new that you may not be able to sell in a couple months.
That's true.
So there's that one. And then let's see in the chat. You guys go ahead and toss in what you guys are vaping on. And I want to shout out British Eyes Only. He said he's making a 3x9 gauge, 3x9 gauge, 18 gauge Alien.
Nice.
I don't know if you guys have seen his page. I know I said it earlier, but he takes the coils and he makes like bracelet-sized, coil wraps and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool.
3x9, 18 gauge. Now I'm not a builder, so I'm not as intimately familiar, but that's some tiny ass gauges. That's some tiny little perfect little coils he's making there.
Yeah. And then Jingle says Mr. Flaming Burrito Butt. Yeah, actually, if you guys didn't know, I ate Taco Bell and got sick over the weekend, and so I've been pissing out of my ass. Sorry, Adam, we're not keeping it classy. Go ahead and speak up. Oh wait, we can't hear you. Anyways, but I ate some Taco Bell, and so like you guys remember in the old days when you were a kid, you used to have that super soaker gun that was a tube, and you'd pull it up like this, and then you'd push it out, and it was like, and it shouted out. Yeah. So imagine that, but a little chunky. So I've been dealing with that.
Such a pleasant picture you paint.
Yeah, man. I call it Vandal Juice. And then Legion hasn't been feeling too good. British Eye says he's going to wrap that around a 21700 battery. So that sounds rough.
Tiny, tiny little coils with like a massive ID. So they'll be like this big, sitting on top of a tiny little Mac.
And then we got T Getz with a Turk V2, Vindicator, Anarchist Pink. Hell yeah, bro. Good choice. Dennis Michael
has got your number, man.
Dude, Labworks is just a big asshole as I am, except I'm not wanted in any other countries. Dennis Michael says TMI. Sorry, bro. And then Dennis Michael also is rocking the double barrel Fatality 25 and 28 RTAs. That's one thing I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried an RTA yet. I need to get into it. I know, you guys are all about it.
Well, you're all about that squonk life, though, aren't you? I mean,
yeah.
You just squonk it, and that was it. Job done.
Yeah, because I started out with tanks, as I'm sure I've talked to you guys about before. But, of course, you know, I always use the cheap shit like smock and stuff. I've tried the Wake Modco tank, and that shit just, the glass broke on me 3 times in a row. So I was like, yeah, just trying to get it on and off. And with it such a small area to open it, it was rough getting a good grip. But anyways, I was doing the smock stuff, and I did the Cloud Beast, you know, because I'm a Cloud douche bro. And, man, that thing, you get a pack of 3 Cloud Beast coils in a box, and 2 out of 3 would just fucking spray everywhere like a Pornhub video, so.
Yeah, smock coils. I gotta be honest, I haven't tried smock coils in about 1.5 years. And there's a good reason. It's because I totally gave up on them. I still stand by the Baby Beast format. I love the Baby Beast format. I love that so many different companies use it. But I buy anything but smock brand for the coils to go in there. Right now, yeah, still using the Hell Beast ones, actually. They're really, really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay away from smock coils. Their QC just went down the shitter.
It's just throwing money at stuff, and they're not even doing like QCs on it. Steven started with the Squid DB V3, the Passage RDA, Banana Nut Bread 3MGs, topside with the Barrage, Turkish Mage 3MG, and a Caliburn with a RY4 DIY 9 milligrams. Jango says,
right there, with 3 of those, that's a rock solid setup.
Yeah.
I can verify each one of those is a damn good piece of kit.
Fucking Jangles is using his Arc Mod, OBS Engine RTA, and some Masker Vape Orange Cream. And that's actually one I'm thinking I'm going to order. I've always liked the orange flavor. There was this one, it was like rip-off total brand infringement of the Fanta soda line that they had. And they had an orange soda flavor, and that shit was delicious. But I can't find it anywhere. Like I've even like searched Malaysian websites and shit, you know, because that's usually where you got to find some shit that you won't be able to find anywhere, and I couldn't find it.
So I'm curious. Django says he's using the OBS engine. I actually got one of those in. I ordered it myself for review ages ago, and I played with it for quite a while. And I never actually got around to doing the review. And the big problem I had was it had a really nice fill system in that it's got a little ring around the top, and you just pull it up, and it would reveal a hole, and you fill in there, and you just push it down. But I could never figure out if mine was fucked or if they were just all like that. But there was something wrong with my ring. It crunched against the side. It would not fit properly. It was supposed to be nice and smooth, pop up, pop down. And no, it was like it was off the rails, and everything was just crunching, and I couldn't get it apart properly. So
it did that weird sideways flat gasket, not fully sealed at an angle.
Yeah, and I couldn't get it off to fix it. I couldn't figure it out, and I ended up just cleaning it and tossing it in the box over there. And now it's too late to review.
Because that's that's over a year now, yeah? It came out?
Oh, yeah. I think they've done a revision since then, too.
Yeah. Maybe you can get them to do a new one, though, if they're watching. Well, nobody is, but you know. And then we got Shoestring Tom with the Noisy Cricket V2, the Crichton RDA, and 12 Monkeys Manga Bays. 12 Monkeys make some decent juice.
Noisy Cricket. V2 though, but still, yeah, not many people use the Noisy Cricket these days.
The only time I hear cricket, I think of that little gun in Men in Black.
Yeah, that's what I think it was named after. But have you seen the original Noisy Cricket? It's basically a very inexpensive little mech mod, like a tube mech with 2 batteries on the side, and it's got it's a nice little device, but cheaply made. You really need to take your time, make sure everything is put together right, and the button was just shit.
Yeah,
absolute shit.
Was it like one of the ones where you push it and it gets stuck under the frame?
One of my absolute first reviews was an upgraded button kit for that because it was so shit. Someone else decided to make better buttons, which was worth getting.
Especially for
they fixed that with the version 2 though.
British Eye says basically a bomb.
yeah, the Noisy Cricket version 1. If anything is wonky in it, if anything's not done right, and if you don't know how to build properly, yeah, it's a fucking pipe bomb in your hand. It's Steven Starr. Yeah, actually, grab it. This guy.
Oh, okay. It looks like a Defiant Designs.
They switched to there, yeah. It's a tiny little thing. And you'd have to unscrew this one, hadn't been used in ages, but there's your button there.
So it's like kind of like a mech. You just tap into create the connection?
Yeah. And it hasn't been used for ages, so let me just unscrew this. Remember correctly, these are actually, this is the upgraded button, I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but you see, lots of threading, lots of dirty threading. And this one I'd have to unscrew as well, which is not coming out right now. So put a battery in there, put the other battery in there, make sure they're the right way around, pop that back in, put your atomizer on, make sure that your RDA is nice and 510 safe. Screw it down, no safeties, no way to lock this, no way to turn it off, and yeah, push to fire. Nice, simple, basic little device, really, really cheap. I think they were like $30 or something.
Well, that's not bad.
But yeah, definitely well, that's the thing is they were $30 at the beginning, and at the end they were going for like $5. They were dirt cheap, and that was the scariest part, is because there were guys walking around using. No, I turned my camera off. Yeah, that one. Yeah, there were guys walking around using Noisy Crickets and like smoke tanks.
Yeah. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Because you've seen those 510s, they're basically flush on the bottom. It's like, 9 times out of 10 when you hear these things where it's almost blowing themselves up, I'm pretty sure it's a smoke tank on a mech. Just a scary ass situation.
Yeah, I remember it was like 2012 when I got back from overseas, and I had a buddy just got into vaping, and he was trying to use a tank on a mech, and so we're doing some army shit, and we were mechanics, so we're out there working on like some equipment, and he was like, yeah, check this thing out, this thing fucking rips. And as soon as he makes the contact, the fucking thing got so hot, the glass busted and it went everywhere, and it was just a bad time. And that's when my first experience with vaping, I was like, that shit'll blow you up. I sounded like one of these TV commercials that are out right now.
So he was lucky though. You're saying he hit the contact and his tank blew up.
Yeah, it got super hot.
Which is the optimum. Better the tank blows up than the tube blows up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if the tube blows up, you are fucked.
You got shrapnel coming at you and shit. Get a Purple Heart from it. And then I don't want to leave him out. Labworks doing what he's on. The Vicious Ant Night Intake Dual Hawaiian Pogue Ice. What's kind of trips me out, I'm not judging you, Labworks, but you make some delicious juices and you're on that naked.
Why not? Whatever floats his boat.
Whatever works.
Vicious Ant Night, though, that's a pricey mod. That's definitely a good shelf device right there.
T. Get said that he had one, and then he had the NCV one, and then his local shop made him sign waivers, so that they educated him on it, and that they could, I'm guessing it could hold him accountable. And then Great One Basky says the 22mm series hand grenades for the win. Oh man.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's the same with all Macs. Great devices. Some of them are a bit wonky. Some of them are better. But they're definitely not for the uneducated or the uninitiated, or anyone who puts a Mac in a new vapor's hands is performing a criminal fucking act. Like, no, you've got to take your time. Get your knowledge and your skills up to a minimum level at least before you cross that line.
Yeah. And that's I've been in the industry for 2 years now, and I still won't touch a mech. If you, it was like, we're gonna cut off your toes or touch a mech, take my fucking toes, because I'm not gonna blow that shit up. And then just real quick, shout out to Glenn Hefner in chat. He says, "What's up with my hairdo? Don't be mad. Hanson said that I might be able to go on tour with him, bitch." So.
Yeah, but you gotta put some highlights in.
Yeah, I gotta get the frost and stuff. I actually do have the white hairs coming in real bad. You guys can't see it because my camera and lighting is shit. So you're welcome.
I can't hide mine, but they're all in here somewhere.
Yeah, but see, it blends in. You look like you got like an ombre for your beard.
Yeah, I do. Actually, camera, where is it? The camera's backwards. Yeah, right there. Big streak right there.
Oh man.
I'm enjoying my gray hairs. I'm waiting for like the full white beard.
Yeah.
As soon as my hair goes totally white, I'm gonna grow my hair long. I'm gonna be that like cool Santa guy.
Or like the guy from Lord of the Rings.
With a giant gut.
Yeah. So like Hagrid, but like white. But like white hairs. Otto K in the chat says he's listening in the car. Sorry to hear there's something wrong with Steve's ring. I'm guessing he's talking about your O-ring.
I think that would be Vandal's ring that was problem with. I was throwing up last night. He was shitting last night. My ring is fine. My ring is shiny clean. But thanks for the concern.
Yeah, so I blew out my butthole. I don't know if you guys have ever like never mind. We'll just.
We're gonna get into more diarrhea tales.
Yeah, diarrhea hour, over here.
All I gotta say is that when you get up in the morning after your heavy night, check the bottom of your seat and make sure it's clean.
Oh, all the splash up?
Splash bag is just it's just nasty.
It's all right. We rent this house, and so I figured before we leave, I'm just gonna buy a new toilet and save it.
You could just like cling wrap on it now and take it off before you move.
Nah, man, I need the I need the feel of the cheap wood, plastic, whatever it is. I don't know much about the toilet seat, to be honest. I don't know. But yeah, no, Labworks, I'm not making fun of you for...
Wait. You live in this house. You've been there for at least a year.
2 years.
And you can't tell me whether your toilet is wood or plastic.
Well, the seat, I don't know. I don't study the seat. I just clean it and then sit on it, I don't know. Is that a thing when you move into a spot, Steve?
You're remarkably unobservant.
I'm observant to things that matter. My butt goes on it, so much like, someone's face, I don't study
your
it.
butt goes on it. These things matter.
It's not like it's got radon in it or nothing, I'm not going to get like a third nut out of it, and if I did, that'd be cool. I would stop doing videos on here. Well, it's not that kind of wood. Like, are you talking about like the toilet when you had to go shit outside, Legion, when you were a kid?
No, the wooden seat.
Yeah, but most of them are covered.
A plastic seat or a wooden seat?
Oh my god. It's not plastic. It's probably like a Formica with like, with a covering. I don't know.
We went to Bunny's, which is the Australian big hardware store, Home Depot for Americans.
Yeah.
We had to replace the seat for our kid's bathroom because the bathroom was awful, and he cleaned the whole thing. And I looked at the seat and I went, you know what? Let's just get you a new one. Don't bother cleaning that. That's horrible. And so we went there, and I spent like an hour standing there. There's a wall full of toilet seats, and like you got those ones that have like flags in them. You go with the English bus going across it. You got the ones with the soft clothes and the padded ones, and ones with bits that are clear, but they've got bits of money in there. We got one really cool one. It's got like barbed wire all through it, rusty barbed wire. I'm looking at all these, and barbed wire one was kind of cool. It was like $209.
Oh my god! Just make it yourself with some resin.
Yeah, I'm looking at this wall and I go, "Oh look, there's a stack of them for $5. Boom, we'll get one of those." And then the wife was like, "Will it fit?" I'm like, "With the toilet seat, they all fit."
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't believe I spent like an hour staring at the wall trying to figure out which one to get. It was just cheap. Just for the kids. It's not like I'm going to sit on it.
Yeah, and plus they shouldn't be in the house for too long. I used to work at Home Depot years ago, and I worked in tool rental. I was a technician over there working on equipment. But anyways, I'd help out in the store, cover other departments. And I'm telling you, man, people, like you said, you sit there for an hour staring at it. There would always be these housewives coming in, and they had all this Google research they did about like how the shape of the seat will adjust your back and all this stuff. And then I want this one or I want this one. We had like heated ones and like the ones that you had like the motorized and all this stuff. And I'm just like, your ass is going on it. If you're on the toilet for more than like 15 minutes, maybe you need to go to a doctor. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like, what we did actually did that we started Googling stuff, and I got lost down that rabbit hole looking at Japanese toilets.
Oh, dude, Japanese toilets are insane.
Those things are fucking beautiful. I mean, they're $2,000.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they wipe your ass for you. They've got built-in douche sprays. I mean, everything that you could want. Heated seat, heated bowl, little bubblers in there.
We had the ones you could special order. Yeah, all that fancy stuff. It's like, bro, if you need to have neon lights on your poop, you need to stop watching Fast and Furious. It's not a car. Like,
I actually think that a motion-activated inner bowl light would be awesome. Like, you walk into the dark bathroom in the middle of the night, half asleep, bleary-eyed, toilet notices you're there, lights up, lid pops up for you, and you've got a perfect round ring in the dark to aim in the middle of.
I don't know,
man.
man.
That would be awesome.
I don't know.
I would love that.
Me personally, I just think it's gross because you got to imagine those lights are going to be under there. You're all going to eat Taco Bell at least once in a while. It's going to spray up, and then you got to clean it, and then like, what, is it battery powered? Do you have to plug in your toilet to an outlet? Like,
yeah. Hardwired in the house like the oven is. It's an appliance.
Oh, I don't know. That's just too much. We had one person, this guy came in, and we had those, but he had to special order them, And he bought like you said, it's like $2,000 for this toilet. He bought all this special mood lighting and all this stuff. And then he would be back in like every 2 weeks for like 6 months complaining about something not working on it. And like the lights weren't strong enough, or like it sprayed his balls instead of his butthole. And then I was like, dude, like that sounds like nature. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't think there's a taint size that's average for anyone. And if you're buying it from Japanese, and no offense to Japanese people, they're usually pretty small. And you being a fat American, GBV Jerry's in the house. What's up, man? You're not missing nothing. Or literally toilet talk. Literally toilet talk. But yeah, and I want to say this real fast. I'm not judging LabWorks for doing naked. I know a lot of people like to vape it. It's got to give you some good ribbon. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, bro. By the way, LabWorks, I'm still waiting to hear from you about that pickle juice.
Pickle juice?
Yeah, we were bullshitting about it, and he's like, yeah, I can make it.
I remember. I like pickles. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to vape pickles.
I'm down to try anything twice.
Cheese and onion.
Cheese and onion. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
Partially because I just love cheese and onion as a flavor, like my favorite chips and stuff. But I just like walking around, leaving a cloud of cheese and onion juice flavored clouds behind me.
So you just want to smell like every World War II veteran I've ever met. Shout out to my grandpa. He always carried a potato and an onion in his pocket raw. And he worked on cars. And I remember him teaching me shit. And it just basically getting yelled at for not holding stuff in the right spot. And then we have this old jumpsuit from the Andy Griffith days. And he'd have that stuff and we'd be under the car and he's like, hold on a second. And I'm like, all right. And he'd pull out an onion. Like, all right, put it back in his pocket, pull out a potato. Always had a salt shaker, put that. I was like, all right, hold the flashlight right. I'm like, all right, Grandpa, whatever you say.
Raw potato.
Raw potato.
Not pre-boiled.
Nope. Raw potato straight from the bag.
It's kind of gross.
No, I know.
I have to admit, I have tried raw potato. It was not good.
When I was a kid, we didn't grow up with much. And so, I used to take potatoes and, I'm 7 years old. I don't know how to fry stuff. I would take them and I'd pre-slice them and put them in, a plastic bag or something and walk around with, trying to copy my grandpa with the salt. And it was just the most dirt, tart, tasting shit you've ever done. And my grandpa, treated it like it was, lobster, lobster and clams and, crab legs and shit,
No. I've had raw onion on occasion. I enjoy it. Raw potato, no.
I think I'd rather eat raw potato than onion.
Light cheese flavor. I'll challenge you on that. I love cheese. I love cheese on everything.
So maybe if like you put a piece of cheese on a freshly loaded build, and then
What if I just use cheese instead of cotton?
Ooh, there you go.
String cheese. I can just wick with string cheese. That's great.
Yeah, but then you have to add some bread into it. Let's make a sandwich out of your RDA. Like, fuck the layer cake RDA. Make a sandwich cake RDA.
I have to admit, when I started vaping, I stumbled across a bunch of videos that were all really stupid. It was like people vaping things they should never vape, and I thought they were funny. And now I'm a chunk older. I'm a little bit wiser. I'm more involved in the industry, and I realize that they're not so good for us doing videos like that. The guy with the peppers, vaping peppers and vaping ketchup, and kids running around going, "Whoa, what would you like to vape Windex?" No, we don't need that kind of exposure these days.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking,
still funny, though.
It's funny, but probably in a closed group setting. Because I was thinking to myself, like, toss in some pickle juice on an RDA or something for shits and giggles, and make a video. But then I realized I'd be like just like Barstool Sports or something, and then and especially for the companies I work for, it just wouldn't be a good look.
Yeah, there was that guy who was vaping. What was it? What's that? I can't remember the name of it. The really ghost pepper. The really really hot one.
Yeah.
And he made like a concentrate of ghost pepper and made that and ended up throwing up like 2 or 3 times on camera. And he was a weird looking old guy, like, I'm gonna make this. It's great. I'm like, dude, you're scaring me already. Yeah. By the way, my wife hates it when I make that face.
It's a pretty sketchy face, man. You look like Rip Van Winkle on a fucking rip. You know what I mean? Like,
Rip Van Winkle on meth.
Yeah, there you go, Meth Van Winkle. Dennis Michael threw out there crab juice. I don't even like crab as it is. Ugh.
Becky Buckwild's talking about her white hairs, and I'm not quite sure which hairs. I'm not quite sure who she's talking to. Me, someone else.
Yeah, that was like 3 hours ago.
I'm just a little bit scared.
The lag must be real right now.
Yeah. Anyway, she's off to work, so have a good night, Becky.
Yeah, have fun. Don't do anything crazy. Don't get attacked by that weird bird outside your office. I saw your Instagram story. But real quick, shameless promotion. Breeze Tones coils are available at Local Vape, and Local Vape was gracious enough to give us this code Amigos20 for 20% off your whole order. But if you guys are in the States, and until tomorrow morning at I think like 10 a.m., 35% off the whole site. So go on there and get whatever the hell you guys want. They have been gracious to give us the code. We don't get kickbacks. We don't get free product. We don't get nothing. We got that for you guys, so check it out. And Breeze Tones coils are on there.
The Jangles is shouting out. It's the Carolina Reaper that guy was vaping.
Yeah.
Which is scary. It also makes me think that there must be a massive lag. We're getting comments like the things we said 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's probably the crap internet. I don't know. I don't know that I don't know if any of you guys stream. If any of you guys stream, they changed it to where you can't do classic streaming on YouTube. And so, like, it's a shit show trying to get this stuff set up. So if there's any problems, we'll blame them tonight. But, yeah.
It's either them or Adam.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Breeze Tones. By the way, if you guys didn't know, he's going to get his jaw wired shut with Breeze Tones coils. So there you go. No.
Just imagine him coming up and going, just like a row of coils, all on a slight angle.
Looking like a James Bond villain.
He smiles at you, and then they start glowing.
That's actually kind of cool. Let's invent that. No. But yeah, on the Carolina Reaper thing, there was at 10:04 we talked about lag. So yeah, it's not that bad. The Carolina Reaper thing is like a weekend before last. I had some friends over, some coworkers, and I made some wings, and they brought like that whole, if you guys haven't seen it, Hot Ones on here, where they do like from the lowest to the hottest. They brought all those fucking flavors, and my buddies were like, "Oh yeah, let's try this," and I was like, "Haha, all right." And then when they looked, I didn't try it, but I told them I did. And then next thing you know, my two coworkers ate it, and then next thing you know, they're like rolling on the floor, like, sounding like they're in Total Recall, the original version and shit, without air. And I had to go and get milk specially for them to try and calm down, but it didn't work.
I worked in a kitchen once, and a guy came in, one of the guys I worked with online, he brought a bottle of, it was basically liquid capsaicin, which is, the stuff that makes things hot.
Yeah.
No flavor. It's completely flavorless. You can add this to custard and have hot custard. But it's like killer hot, right? And everyone was doing like, in the kitchen, like, just one drop on your tongue. And they were all freaking out. They had their water and their milk ready, and they'd all freak out. And see, I kind of knew the trick, which is...
Don't do it?
Suck it up. No water, no milk. You suck it up. If you can get through the first 60 seconds and deal with it, and you don't do any water, you're okay. So I kind of showed off to them a bit, and was like, tweet out, and I'm like, continuing to work, and they're watching me, and they're like, wow, this is tough. So I'm not. And inside, I'm like, oh my god. I can barely see. My eyes are starting to water. I'm like, I hope I don't cut a thumb off here as I'm working. And I managed to get through. So they all thought that I was really cool and tough with this. And a couple of weeks later, because we were a stupid kitchen, we had some sort of cinnamon challenge thing going on.
Oh.
Which was, you know the thing, right? So it's down a tablespoon of dry powdered cinnamon in less than 60 seconds, and keep it down, no water, no fluids. And everyone tried it one way or another, and most people didn't make it. I did the challenge in the back in the workroom. Yeah, I managed to make it 58 seconds. I managed to get that whole thing down.
Oh.
I had the whole teaspoon down. I powered my way through it. And then I started walking towards the line to go back to work. Complete turn straight out the back door, vomited out the back. The whole thing came out. My lunch came out. The cinnamon went right through here. You know when you puke and it goes through your nose? Well, the cinnamon got stuck in there. So I'm like running cinnamon snot for the next hour. It was the worst fucking experience. I could not see, I could not breathe, I could not work the rest of my shift.
Because once that shit gets a little wet in your nose...
Our manager came down and wrote us all up and sent me home. It was like, no more of this, no more on the floor. And the thing is, he'd been involved in all this stuff previously. He'd been instigating it. But yeah, so, that's it. So I kind of ruined that for everyone. But
it's probably for the best.
It's a fun memory. It was not a fun experience.
Yeah. I don't know if you have chat up, Steve, but Brish Eyes said to let you know to check your IG messages. A picture where he's making big gauges, not small, 10 times scaled up, 3mm coils.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I got that completely wrong, didn't I? 18 gauge is massive.
Yeah, the smaller you go, the bigger it is.
Trying to scroll back to where it was. I would look at the pictures, but I don't have my phone yet. It's charging. Sorry, I got it completely wrong.
Joshua Apathy Miller just joined. What's up, man? Thanks for joining in. You missed all the toilet talk, so you're here for the good stuff. But as far as stuff goes, you were saying before the stream, you got some reviews ready to go out this week. What do you got coming in the works?
Just one more this week, actually. I just did this guy, which is the Widowmaker. Today I did the Odin, and tomorrow coming up I have the Vinci X. I finally remembered his name. The Vinci X from Goku, which is Pod Mod.
Bring that closer to the camera. I want to see that.
Do it this way. Bing.
Otto K says he's dipping out. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, so it's a pod system, coil on top. Otherwise, very, very much like a mod, firing up, down, with a removable battery at the bottom. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a pod if you have a removable battery, yeah? Well, I mean, it's a pod system.
It's a pod because it takes pods.
Yeah.
But the base of it is very, very much a single battery mod system. It's got the full menu and everything. No temp control or anything like that. But it's not a bad little device. I quite like it. I mentioned in the review coming up tomorrow that I think they're going to do a rebuildable section up top.
That'd be cool.
And I actually think it would be really cool if they give you a 510 plate, or if you could get one, so you could use your pod here, pop that out, pop in your 510 plate, screw in any tank that you want, and you just have a little bit more options out of this. But it's not a bad device. I've been using it. Flavor's nice, quality's nice. It does a good job. Just I still kind of like the Geek Vape one a little bit better.
With the battery on that though, you said it was a removable battery. What size battery is that, Kate?
18650.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of cool then, because then you ain't gonna worry about charging it if you have your shit ready to go.
Well, not only that, you've got that thing where if you have a built-in battery, you have a set lifespan. You have so many charges, and then your device is toast, and you may as well just bin it. But with this one, at least when the battery's dead, you can get a new battery, you can change them out, and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I think it really demands having a rebuildable section just to extend that lifespan. Because one day they stop making coils and you're fucked.
Yeah, and then you can add your own RDA or your own all that.
Yeah.
Little Aussie Vape Shop is in the chat saying that your beard is a little out of control.
This is the short version. Used to be down here, there. Used to be down to there, and then I cut it off, and I decided to grow it back. For British Eyes Only says that that's just a single 18650 mod with a proprietary tank. Absolutely, 100%. They call it a mod pod. It is a mod, a basic 18650 single battery mod with a stripped down menu, and instead of putting a tank on top, you've got a little pod system, proprietary. That said, it does work for some people. I mean, there's always going to be the rebuildable people, the mech people, there's going to be the temp control people, and there are the pod people, and now we're moving into sort of next-gen pods, which are somewhere in the middle, floating between traditional pods, this kind of thing, and traditional mods, this kind of thing, and we have that in the middle. I have no problem with more stuff for more markets.
Well, that, and you never know who it'll work for.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think I've said this before. Is I'm always a little wary of coming down hard on stuff inappropriately because it may not be the ideal thing for me. But as long as it works, as long as it does what it's supposed to and does that well, there's someone out there that this is the ideal device. And if there's one person that will quit smoking or stay off cigarettes with it, I'm happy with that.
That's all that matters. So that's all you got coming out this week then. I know NZ's next week, right? And you're not going to that, unfortunately, but Mr.
I'm not going because I'm poor as fuck.
But if you guys didn't know, Mr. Breeze Tones and his lady, Vape Advocacy AU on Instagram, is going to go do that. And then they'll be back for the next week's Monday show, Tuesday in Australia. And they're going to talk about that. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say it or not, but fuck it. What's he going to do, slap me? Adam was saying that he's going to have her on as well from a non-vapor's perspective of the show.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's always nice to have her on because she's an awesome, awesome person. So I want to give a shout out to Aussie Vape Shop because he's here and he's awesome. Okay.
Later, Glenn. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in, bro. And then I'm guessing that's a shop that's local to your area then, yeah?
They are up in Queensland.
Okay.
So a little bit further for me, but yeah. It's an awesome shop. He's an awesome guy, and it's nice to see him, man.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. We're not going to do anything productive, so if you want to waste your time.
Not today. Today's a shit, but, why not?
We usually have Adam holding it down on Mondays for, keeping us in line and talking about the real issues.
It's funny, I'm the oldest on the show, but Adam is definitely the daddy.
Yeah. Adam's the dad that we never had that we always needed.
Definitely.
But yeah, so that'll be cool. Next week we'll have him on, and then Vapex AU is lady on talking about their experience with the show. So that would definitely be one to catch if you guys are more into the straight vape talk and advocacy talk, or just people that know what they're talking about. Because I have no clue.
Well, if we're lucky, Adam will film some while he's there, and we'll have some footage of the show as well to share. Now, hopefully, he can figure out how to play a pre-cut video in a live stream. We'll see if that happens.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how to do everything on here. I tried to get the show set up because usually, if you guys don't know, Adam usually sets up the Monday shows and has it going. Shoestring Tom says 3:15 a.m. there. Yeah, go to bed. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate you from Ireland. So that's pretty cool. I think that's the first time we've had someone from Ireland, right?
Well, if it's 3:15 in the morning, I can understand why they're not watching live.
Yeah.
Dude, go to bed. Get some sleep. We're not worth it. Really. Yeah. We're not.
You see this haircut?
Especially that haircut.
Yeah. And then Steven Sard says he's got to go. A bit of an incident here.
Oh, man. I hope you're okay.
Yeah, man. I hope everything is good. And take care of business. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to keep you guys here too much longer. We don't really have anything to say. I'm puking out of my butt. Legion's puking out of his normalness. We've held it together for this long, so we'll do that. Well, Friday show, just a quick rundown. We'll probably go on Friday. And then, like, Friday, we do Friday Fallout. It's me, Glenn Hefner, and Vape Malone, the other half of our Amigos crew. And we just get shit drunk and then talk a bunch of stuff. And that's if you really want to see a stupid shit show. It's like if you were to take Labworks and his whole persona and then put it to a live stream. That's what that is, you know. So that is that. But we will be back next Monday with that going on. And I don't know what I'm going to get yet, but we're going to do a giveaway on next Monday. I'm going to choose something from Local Vape, and then we'll give it away to you guys. And so we'll do that. But otherwise, you got any closing thoughts there, Steve?
Not a whole heck of a lot. Not really, no.
Yeah.
I think as far as Mondays goes and as far as shit shows go, I think we've done everything we need to. Unless you want to get into long-winded conversations about your sexual history or, you know, various times you've shat around the world. Which, you know, you're open to if you want to.
Fine. I'll do a quick little story. So then, I was overseas in the year 2011 in Afghanistan, and I was smoking cigarettes at the time. And so I would always wake up every morning, and we had these little hard shelter stuffs. Hard shelter bathrooms, like, it looked like trailers or whatever you can go into, and you could take your poop, and it felt like you were at home. You know, it's real nice. But I was like, fuck that. I wanted to smoke a cigarette while I'm taking a shit. So every morning we'd go out there, and, you know, people would do their thing, do their shower and stuff. I'd go out there and, I'll shout that out real fast after this, British Eyes, if you guys don't see it in the chat. So I like to smoke a cigarette while I'm taking a crap, and it's a porta potty, you know, and they had the honey dippers come clean it in the morning early before everyone woke up, so it was nice. Plus, everyone avoided them. So I remember sitting out there, and I went to go light up a cigarette, you know, I was sitting there, and next thing you know, we started getting rocket attacks. And if any of you guys don't know what happens, they put like these Chinese or Russian rockets on like a block of ice or a trigger thing. They use like an oven timer, or they use like a washing machine timer or whatever, blah, blah, and then they set it up and they leave, and like an hour or so later, ding, 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 it hits and the rocket flies into the base. So I'm sitting there taking a crap and, you know, smoking my cigarette. We start getting attacked, and I was like, well, fuck, I'm not trying to die while I'm taking a shit, you know? So I come running out with the, you know, my pants down around my ankles and my, you know, my dangling hanging out, you know, and then my butthole, and I probably got poop on it because, you know, I didn't wipe or nothing. And then I'm running out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to run to this bunker. We had these hard shelter Hesco bunkers and stuff that you'd go hide in. And then little did I know that everyone else did, or that you check the email, that it was a test. Because the alarm goes off, and I'm thinking, fuck. So next thing, you know, I ran across the, like, you know, a 2-star general, a lieutenant colonel, and all this stuff with my butthole out, a cigarette in my mouth, at the same time trying to pull up my pants with, like, poop running down my legs. And so, like, you know, I was the laughing stock of the base for about a week until someone tried to, you know, butt chug, you know, Listerine. So there's my story for the night.
Okay. Always ending on a classy note.
Yeah, you guys, you know, pinkies up. But anyways, we'll close it out right there, I guess. Legion, as always, beautiful face. Thank you so much for being here. And then, I don't think that we got anything else to add, but we will be back Friday. And then real quick, I will shout out British Eyes Only. He's going to do an Instagram live video after this. If you guys want to check it out, he makes, like I said before, these really bitchin' huge coils, small coils. Just, he's an artist with coils and wire. So, and Instagram Live for British Eyes Only, just like his name here. Check him out. Go show some support to the vape community. Otherwise, keep calling the White House. Excuse me. Keep, contacting your local politicians if you're in the state that's trying to do the bans. Keep the pressure on. Nothing news really came out recently. But if you live in the States, you're going to see all this bullshit propaganda. Make sure you educate the average person around you that doesn't vape, that has no clue. And then, just show some love. Bring everyone into the community because that's the support we need as average people. We can circle jerk all day and share advocacy memes, but if I'm sharing it from you and you're sharing it for me, it goes nowhere.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, go ahead and do that. I know, Ashley, you didn't have anything else to add, so yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll be back Friday. I'll be back Friday with Glenn and Vape Malone. If you guys don't know, he's got the flavor goggles and the horns. And otherwise, check out Legion's video coming out on that device on this week on Legion Vapes on here on YouTube. And then, we got our stuff right there at the bottom. But anyways, I'm rambling. So,
You're rambling a little bit.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll close out right here. Thank you guys for coming. British Eyes, Aussie Vape Shop, T Gets, Becky Buckwall was here earlier, Labworks, Shoestring Tom, everyone here. I'm gonna stop rambling. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you next week or Friday.